Have you ever felt like your body is trying to tell you something important? You may be experiencing bloating, anxiety, hormonal issues, fatigue, and it all seems unrelated, doesn't it? But what if I told you that the root cause of all these issues and even chronic disease often comes down to one core principle, that is how we digest not just our food but our life experiences itself. Hi, I'm Salila. I'm a generational Ayurveda and yoga practitioner, bringing ancient Vedic wisdom to modern women's life across the globe so you can activate your AI, your Ayurvedic intelligence. The goal of this video is to show you how, according to Ayurveda, the root cause of almost all diseases lies in the imbalance of Agni, your digestive fire. When your Agni is strong, everything functions beautifully in your body. You literally glow. Your skin is bright no matter what shade of color you are. Your body has energy and you have good willpower and optimism. But when your digestion weakens due to wrong kind of foods, emotions, or habits, it leads to ama, a kind of toxic, sticky buildup. This ama doesn't just stay in the gut, it spreads throughout your body, settling in your weak tissues, and this becomes the seed of disease. Now, let me ask you a question. When was the last time you sat down in silence to eat your meal without a screen, without multitasking, without rushing? Most of us don't realize it, but when we disturb our digestive fire, our Agni, we disturb it dozens of times a day just by the way we think, we eat, and we act. Ahar, vihar, vyavhar, sanskar. Let's break down the common daily habits that silently weaken your digestive fire and imbalance your Agni and allows for ama, the toxic buildup. Number one is cold and raw foods in the wrong seasons. Smoothies, salads, iced water. They may all sound very healthy, but based on Ayurveda, they are often harmful when the Agni is weak. Cold suppresses the digestive flame. Raw food takes more digestive energy to break down. Especially it is harmful during summers, winters, and monsoon when our digestive fire is weak. Second reason is eating while distracted or when you're feeling emotional. Did you know that digestion begins in the mind? And if your attention is scattered, so is your digestion. Anger leads to acidity and diarrhea. Worry leads to bloating, gas, and constipation. Multitasking leads to incomplete digestion and low energy. Third reason is what I call negative food combination. Some foods, when eaten together, become difficult to digest and produce ama, toxins, instead of nourishment. This is called viruddhahara in Ayurveda. Let's look at some examples of negative food combinations. You probably have them on a daily basis. Milk plus fruit smoothie, think banana, strawberry. Yogurt and meat, which is a common recipe we use in kebabs and biryani. Beans and cheese, tacos, anybody? Cold drinks after hot meals. We love to drink a cold lassi, a soft drink, or a smoothie with spicy hot meals when we go out. Number 4 is eating at irregular times. When you eat against your natural body's clock, against the circadian rhythm, you confuse your digestion. Skipping breakfast leads to low metabolism. Such a bad idea, especially if you're trying to lose weight. Late night eating leads to incomplete digestion. This is a recipe for a sleepless night and acidic burps in the morning, and then you're reaching out for an ENO. Eating too frequently weakens our digestive cycles and is a big hello and warm welcome to future diabetes. 5 is overeating or undereating. Too much food smothers our digestive fire and too little weakens it. Both create imbalance. Your stomach is like a sacred space. Fill half of it with food, a quarter with water, sipped between mouthfuls to facilitate chewing and swallowing, and leave 1/4 of your stomach empty for the air to churn the food. Just like a food processor needs space for the processor to work properly, our stomach needs space. So it's not just about food, stress, unresolved emotions, too much screen time, or irregular routines. All these cloud our Agni. Now let's know how disease is manifested based on Ayurveda. Ayurveda explains how disease develops in 6 stages, and it all begins with a single imbalance which is ignored in the beginning. Stage 1 is called as Sanchaya or accumulation. This is where it all starts off. One dosha, Vata, Pitta or Kapha, starts to accumulate in its native space in the body called as seat. Let's look at some examples. Vata accumulates or has Sanchaya in the colon, leading to bloating and gas, incomplete feeling in the morning. Pitta Sanchaya in the small intestine leads to heartburn, yellowing of the skin. Kapha Sanchaya in the lungs leads to heaviness or lethargy, cold hands and feet. You may feel a little off at this stage but feel like it's nothing major. This is the first whisper from your body that you ignore. Stage 2 is called Prakopa or aggravation. If you ignore and continue as before, the causes aren't addressed and the dosha keeps getting agitated and irritated even further. Here are some examples. Vata increases and leads to insomnia, dryness in the joints, pain, constipation, dry, frazzled hair and skin. Pitta leads to skin rashes, irritability, hair fall, increased PMS, acidity and burps. Kapha Prakopa leads to thickening of kapha, to lethargy, brain fog, frequent colds, coughs, fever, white discharge, weight gain, oily pores and dull skin. At this stage, you may start noticing recurring patterns like headaches every afternoon or constipation every few days. Even after allopathic treatments, the disease comes right back. Why? Because you did not change anything fundamentally with your diet and lifestyle. Now, stage 3 is called prasara or overflow. Now, the dosha has gained strength, it has gained energy, and it starts to overflow from its original seat. It starts moving through our channels. Your blood, your lymph, your nerves, your glands, your hormones starts to spread ama and imbalance all over the body. Conditions like PCOS, thyroid, diabetes, endometriosis, these are not just one issue. These are multiple issues affecting various parts of your body. Stage 4 is called Sthana Samshraya or relocation. Here's where it starts to get very dangerous. The overflowing dosha now finds a weak spot due to genetics, due to past injury or poor lifestyle, and it settles there. For example, imbalanced pitta starts moving from the small intestines, its native seat, and lodges in the organs around that area, causing inflammation, fatty liver, gallbladder issues. This can even lead to surgery. Vata starts moving from the colon and starts to affect the joints, causing osteoarthritis, pain, deformity. Kapha starts to move from the lungs into the sinuses, causing allergies, congestion, frequent migraine headaches, and it can even settle under the scalp, causing hair fall and baldness. And yet, even now, the body is asking us to listen. Symptoms are louder, but healing is still possible. Stage 5 is Vyakti, manifestation. Now the disease takes its full form. The symptoms are full-blown. Your blood reports will show all values pointing to a diagnosis. This is often the first time we seek help. But remember, it started many steps ago. Stage 6 is called Bheda, the final complication. If still ignored or improperly treated, the disease complicates further, spreads deeper, becomes more chronic. Let's look at some examples. Inflammation turning into degeneration because of poor digestion, turning to grade 4 fatty liver disease. Localized issues become systemic or rampant throughout the body. Think full-blown PCOS, PCOD developing into diabetes, cardiovascular issues, osteoporosis, and the list goes on. And yet, even here, Ayurveda does not give up on you. It gently works to rekindle your Agni, your internal firepower, to remove the Ama, to restore the body's balance, one layer at a time. Ayurveda doesn't just fight disease, it activates your body's innate healing power, your Ayurvedic intelligence, your powerful AI that strengthens health. It all begins with your digestion, your inner fire, your Agni. Nourish your Agni by having lovingly cooked foods at the right time. And you just don't survive, you become juicy, glowy, and vital from inside out. If this video gave you fresh insight, tell me in the comments below. What was a moment of truth for you? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my channel for more deep dive videos into wellness and Ayurveda. Bye for now.